Hello everybody, this is Duck and welcome to another episode of Duck's World, and we are here at the base building project for the new base. And I know I said I was going to do some work in the industrial district, but I'm just too addicted to the base building process that I'm going to stay here and do more base work today. And hopefully, with 4 hours worth of grinding for cyan terracotta, first in getting terracotta and then getting cyan dye to dye the terracotta, we should be able to get at least part of these quadrants done. And the more and more that I'm thinking about this, the more and more I'm wondering if I want to just, instead of doing a big circle, do a big square. Because I don't know how to do a circle properly, and the last thing I want to do is make something look bad and have to redo it. But off the top of my head, I think I'm going to try a circle on one side and see how it works. So we're going to do that right now, right off the bat. And I'm going to start with a 3 wide, maybe go to 6 wide on each side. I think that's what we'll do, because I'm going to try to make a gradual circle to connect these quadrants. 4, 5, 6. And I don't want it to be super sudden, kind of like what happened here with what is going to look more like an inverted pyramid rather than a bowl. 4, 5, 6. It got very sudden, all of a sudden with angles here. And I'm going to replace that with that. All right. And then from there, I think we need to do this number. And we'll remove that. And then from there, I think we need to... So we've got 6. Let's go 4 here. 1, 2... Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then let's go over here to this side and do the exact same thing to connect. So we'll need to go 6 and 4. And let's go do that. And I'm going to try to connect these two. And wow, I really should turn up my render distance, but lag is preventing me from doing that. But let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we've got to put one more down just because, so that we can do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll remove that and that. Prepare for lag because I'm going to turn up my render distance. And I've been doing this a lot on camera just to see kind of the process that I've been doing to try to get my base up and running. So that could connect. If we go 6 and 4, 6 and 4, what about if when we do that, we do 6, 4, and then, because we don't want it to be super drastic with the diagonals. What if instead of 4 we go 5, and then we go 4 here, and we just decrease by 1? Would that work? Because at some point it's going to have to go straight, and I know that. But if we do 6, 5, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, alright, and then we go back over to this side, that might work out a little bit better for us. It's not going to be a perfect circle, and I know that. It'll be an interesting little shape, but we'll see what we can do with it. Because I've already kind of realized that my geometry is not necessarily the best, so it'll be an interesting build nonetheless. And I think that'll give it some character, because there are a lot of really big circle bases out there for Minecraft, and it might be good for mine to be a little bit different. So we'll add one more to this side and decrease it by 1, or increase it by 1 on the other side. So we'll go 6, 5, and then 4. I think that we can do that. So 6, 5, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. 6, 5, 4. And I almost think that it's too far away for me to tell if that's going to work. Maybe this isn't going to be a circle at all. Maybe this will be closer to a triangle pattern, which could be cool. But if I go 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then a straight line. So if I go 6, 5, 4, and I'm going to need to go get more terracotta because I'm wasting some, but 4, 3, wait, no, it needs to be one further here. So it needs to go here, here. Get rid of that and that. 6, 5, 4. 1, 2, 3. And then that one needs to go. 2. And then 1. And if I do that, that won't be a circle. And then I go straight diagonally. That could look interesting. But it won't be a circle. Let's try the same thing over here. So let's ensure that we can do that first. So we come around here, and I miss where I need to land entirely. So I've got to go over here and run back over here. So we got 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That'll be an interesting shape. I don't think I want that. I think I just want a square. I think I'm going square. I was going to do a circle. I think I'm going square, completely square on this. I think that's kind of the verdict that I've made. So now I've got to pull up all of this. But yeah, I think square is what we're going to want to do. So I'm sorry for those that were wanting a circle. I can't do a circle, and I actually think for what I've got plans for off the top of my head, I think that a square actually would work better, because we will ensure we have the most space of any shape with a square. Alright, and let's go collect this terracotta that I keep throwing in the water. Alright, land please. Where'd these blocks go? Yeah, I'm thinking square just because it'll ensure we have space. Alright. So let's go back up here. We got to pull this out too, and we'll just make it a square. I'm kind of disappointed, but I also think that while I'm thinking on camera, I'm thinking square might be the best thing because we'll need the space. And if I can use stupid elytra and land, we can pull this up and we'll just make a square. It will be terracotta. I do like the cyan terracotta white concrete look. I am very much industrial minded by the looks of things. So, and the futuristic style I like a lot. So we'll use that. But yeah, let's pull this up. Let's make it a square. And unfortunately, that'll take not near as much time, but it'll still take me a long time because I suck at doing this. But I'm going to pull the rest of this out, and then by the looks of it, sleep, because it's getting nighttime and I don't have this new base well lit yet. And then we will start working on the square. It kind of makes sense to me that circles are going to be difficult. Not for one, because I don't know squares, how to make circles with squares, and the scale of that is interesting. But also for the pure fact that, I mean, straight lines in my brain work better geometrically. So I just already just kind of assume, hey, squares and triangles are going to look better than circles and ovals and all that. But yeah, this is going to take not near as long, and I might even be able to fill this in today's episode. Maybe not. It depends on how long it takes me to get terracotta, because I definitely don't have enough. But I'm thinking that this will actually work out better for me, because I was going to build some pretty big buildings on this platform anyways, and the bigger the platform, the bigger the buildings can be, so that they can work out better. Because I've actually had a change in mind on what I'm doing in this world. My industrial district was going to house a lot of stuff that I want to actually house in my base because of utility. So I actually am trying to figure out whether I want to just scrap the industrial district altogether, because a lot of that stuff will end up being in the base, or if I want to somehow incorporate it into something else rather than an industrial district, which is unfortunate that might be going away, but I have kind of changed my mind on where I want stuff to be located, so it's best that I just stick to having a lot of stuff in my base anyways, because I'll use it a lot. So it saves me time from having to travel all the way to the industrial district and all of that. So I'm not sure if I want to just scrap that project or do something else with it, but it's looking like that project might be put on hold temporarily. And what else I'm thinking, did I miss it? Did I line it up perfectly? I didn't even measure. Did I? I can't believe I did that. That's impressive. Wait, did I line it up perfectly? Oh, I didn't. All right. Well, that seems a little bit more accurate. I didn't line it up perfectly. But with it being a square, it doesn't matter if I have to remeasure. It works out nonetheless. I just because all of this will need to be filled in anyways. I'll just have to retrace the line. But oh, I was off by quite a bit actually. All right. Well, we'll just do this. We'll go back across to fill it in. And I'm trying to figure out a block palette. As you saw at the end of last episode, I used a lot of copper. I got a lot of copper from mining, and I'm aging it. And it looks to me like that will go really well with the terracotta and concrete combo, as well as that, and I think some dark oak. I think those colors will work well together, but I need one more block color, I think, because it's a lot of dark and not necessarily very much light. So I'll have to think about that on what I want to use for that. So if you have any suggestions, please let me know in the comments, because it does really help me out a lot. And sometimes I don't take the advice, and I apologize for that, but sometimes you guys have really good ideas that I really like, and even if I don't take them, it's very helpful for me. I went way too far. Alright, well there's the corner. And let's take that. Oh, missed. Let's take that. I missed that one as well. Alright, well I got one of them at least. Alright, so we've got that. Now I've got to do three more of these quadrants, and hopefully I don't have to remeasure this every single time. And also, I'm thinking on tearing up the concrete crosshatches here and making it entirely terracotta, but I'm not 100% sold on that yet, so I'm leaving it. But at some point, I probably will rip all this out for terracotta. But at the moment, I'm not going to worry about that. I'm worrying about getting at least the squares outlined in today's episode, and then whatever else comes my way can come my way. But at the moment, I just want to get this done. And I'm not measuring this, which is incredibly stupid. I really should be measuring. How much terracotta do I have anyways? Oh, I'd have not near enough. Alright, well, we might have to go terracotta gathering today. I might do that in between clips just because that's so incredibly boring. Because I've basically destroyed what is left of the Badlands because of that. Because it is just so incredibly boring. I just take the portable beacon from my ender chest, get haste, and then just whack away, and then trade for bottles of enchanting when I need them. It just takes way too long to not to have it on camera. Otherwise, we'd have 12 episodes already of just resource gathering, and that's not any fun. But that being said, I think I am going to just continue doing this. How close are we actually to the Ravine Building Project? Just out of... Oh, it's right there. Never mind. The Ravine Building Project is really close. That's cool. That shows you how small the world is. At one point, I thought, this world is huge. I moved stuff all over the place, and nothing's anywhere near itself. And then this new base is so big also that it's just near everything. But that's a really cool thing. I think that we're making such a big impression with this base that all the stuff that I have done is all really close to it, apart from the Stronghold and the Ravine Building Project. No, not the Ravine Building Project, the Industrial District. It's just, this stuff is so close that it's impressive that all of this is right here, because there's the second village. So just out of render distance is my base. And here's the Ravine Building Project. It's just, stuff is super close to itself here. One thing that I find absolutely beautiful is the amount of lighting here that I've done with torches at night. I think this is a really cool thing about the size of the base is look at all the lights. And I haven't lit this up at all, which is a bad thing now that it's nighttime, because I can't see creepers very well because I'm blind. But I mean, look at that. I think that's beautiful. Even though it shows you how terrible I am at lighting things up. Look at that. I think that's really nice. But I'll definitely have to do better because here's a village, and that's really bad lighting for a village. But yeah, I think it's really cool. I think this view is remarkable. First of all, but also I'm on the last quadrant. On a different note, I'm on the last quadrant of the base. Um, I've not been sleeping lately, so Phantoms probably in the next night will probably want to kill me, but I think it's just really, really cool. I've had to measure so many times because I messed up with the second quadrant at the end of the last clip, and I was like, I probably should just measure and make sure everything's right and not have to redo stuff so many times, which I still have had to do, don't get me wrong, but that's my last torch. That's going to be a problem. But I still think this is absolutely stunning. The size of this base and the view that I can get. Now, yes, my render distance is higher than it usually would be, but I might have to change my regular render distance because this is really, really cool, and I might have to take a little bit of lag to see this view. I mean, that's an island. That's not an island, but that's a part of the world that I've explored maybe once in my life. I don't remember putting a torch down there, but I must have. But this is really cool to see how much I have yet to explore, even just right here by my base. There's so much here, and it's so surprising how little I've actually done in this world, although I'm 65 episodes into this world. There's so much I haven't even done that's right near me, so I gotta check some of this stuff out here, because it's cool. I really, really like this. Alright, so we've got every quadrant done, and not too soon, because I've only got 27 of the terracotta left. But I am really, really pleased. Really, really pleased with this. Although it doesn't look like much, I'm really happy that I decided on the square instead of the circle, because I would have lost all of this space in these corners, which I'm thinking I'm actually going to need and use. So it actually was a good decision to sub out squares for circles. But now the question is what do I do about this space now that I've made it a square? Do I just make these walls of glass? I don't know. We'll have to figure that out later, but for the time being, I actually want to go back to the old base, and hopefully the lag isn't too bad through here. One good thing about having my render distance up to is the amount of copper aging that can be done while I'm just placing blocks. I mean, most of this copper is already done aging, but I actually want to go back to the base. Oh, I forgot about what I did with these trees. Load in fast, load in. But I also want to just go back here just to see if there's any sort of copper left here that's aged, just so I can start working on a block palette for the base. And I'm not seeing any, but I kind of like the blue of the lapis. I think the blue of lapis and copper would go good together, but I'm not going to waste all of my lapis to make lapis blocks. But what is there that I could use? Is there anything in this chest? I do need to do a reorganization here again. I've had to do it a couple times, but I think it's time to do another one. I have ice, which I'll need for item sorters. I've got all this crap in this chest. I don't understand. I've still got some armor trims, though. I found extras, so I left some here. I have these banners that I'll probably take with me. I'll need them. I've got food in here. Let me take that food to eat. No, I'm not seeing anything. I'll probably use quartz later on, but not right now. Snow, no. Alright, there's nothing here that I can use. What are these books, though? Protection 4 and Sharpness 2. Alright. Well, those are good to know that I have, but, yeah, I'm not seeing anything. Is there anything that I could use? No. No, I'm not seeing anything that I could use. I've got some blue, though. Blue terracotta. But not enough. There's cyan wool. I'll need the stained glass. I'll need all that dye. I need all that dye. As much as I can get. I'll need the isolator. I'll need that glass. I've still got this enchanted golden apple here. But it's going to just stay in here because I don't need it. What else could I use? Amethyst. I'm not a huge fan of the amethyst blocks, honestly. I don't think they look very good. Prismarine. Oh, I've got all that Prismarine. Do I want to use Prismarine for the base? I think some dark Prismarine would look really nice, though. I think we should try it. Let's take some dark Prismarine. How do I make dark Prismarine from normal Prismarine? I don't even know. Where's the craft? I don't know where I put the crafting table down here anymore. I haven't been in here for any big projects. It's so long, I can't even remember where stuff is. Here's a crafting table, and I'm just gonna search for dark Prismarine. How do I make dark Prismarine? I just need to know how to... So it's Prismarine shards and black dye. Alright, well, I can do that pretty easily if I need some. So let's go see what we can do with Prismarine. Because I'm thinking I was going to make the bowl slash... okay, I got to take off. Ouch. I was thinking on making the bowl slash inverted pyramid out of completely glass. But I'm wondering if there's actually a better thing that I could do with it other than that. But I don't know if I do the bottom with like Prismarine and then do glass around it. Would that look alright? Oh, I missed. I missed. I'm still throwing it flying. Come on. Come on. Alright, well, I'm gonna just swim, I guess. But I'm thinking we could actually do something pretty cool with Prismarine down here at the bottom, I'm thinking. I'm thinking this water has to actually not exist anymore. Where's the bucket? I had a bucket. Where'd that go? Ouch. Is that in here? Where'd I put that bucket? No. No. Didn't put it in the ender chest? Alright. Well, let's just go block this off then. It'll be fine. I can fly. I'm getting better and better at this Elytra thing, so I don't need to necessarily have all this water here anyways. But what I'm thinking is that maybe we have a square bottom of Prismarine, and since that's already dark, we can contrast that with the light blue stained glass that I've been making off camera, and that might look good. Keyword on might, but I think that there's a good chance it might be somewhat pleasing to the eye. So let's try that, and I think we'll just try it right here at the bottom. Excuse me. So if we do that, and I'm pretty sure that this concrete will disappear later on. I've kind of just got that feeling that I put the concrete here to use general shape, but it might leave because I'll need it elsewhere anyways. But if I do Prismarine and do a pattern like this, and then take the Prismarine and like angles to the corner. So if because here from center, it's a straight line to the corner. So if I do that, and then let's say I throw in some of, where's the light blue? Oh, the light blue's here. I brought cyan just to see which one I preferred. But if I do that and that, so if I have light blue, and then I contrast it like this, and then alternate to the corners and then up, would that look good? Or do I want to do cyan? Wait, which one was that? That was light blue. That's light blue. Where's the cyan I just had? There's the cyan stained glass. Or do I want that? Light blue or cyan? I'm thinking light blue, because I'm already using a lot of cyan in this build. But is this going to look good is the question. If I do dark Prismarine across here, alright, and I take that out, and I do light blue stained glass, and if I keep alternating them, will that look good? I think that'll look good. It's going to take forever to complete, but I think that that'll look good. and then light blue. And if I take that and then take it all the way up, I think that'll look really, really nice. I think it'll be expensive, don't get me wrong. It's going to be a ridiculously expensive project because of all the prismarine and all the stained glass. But I think it would look good. I don't want that there then. If I do that, I need prismarine here. And then maybe I leave the concrete here, like this, just to incorporate the bottom two. So there's a little bit of concrete somewhere. I think that'll look alright. I think that that'll look okay. It'll take me a long time to do, but I think that'll look nice. Which means that in every corner here there will be prismarine, which is fine. There'll be prismarine there, and let's move the ender chest. There'll be prismarine here. And then there would be glass here, where this torch is. There'd be prismarine here and here. All right, I think that's a good design. I think that'll work. I don't know about the walls. The walls I might do something different, but for this floor for this little bit, I think that'll work. And I really even can do this and just follow this up and just alternate, because that ensures that it's alternate. Okay, I think that'll work. I think that will look good. All right, that's cool. We got a little bit of a design down. Now the question is how long is it going to take me to actually build it? Because this is an expensive little thing right here. All right, so I have a little bit of the dark prismarine left, and I made a bunch of the stained glass because I anticipated the light blue looking good, and I was right. For once I was actually right on a design, but I'm just going to finish up what I've got here because I actually am, the more and more I'm doing this, the more and more I'm liking it. I think that this will look really cool. And I'm first going to start with taking this quadrant to the wall, which I won't have near enough for, but then I can work on each side and connect them, because that's going to take a long time for me to do, especially at the speed at which I'm doing things. But I think this is looking really, really nice. I am very pleased with this, which is surprising because usually I'm not very pleased with anything, as you can tell by the fact that I'm making a second base. Usually things don't please me this much, and I'm really excited about it. And it all started also with me completely changing the design way up there. I was going to make that a huge circle, and instead went with a huge square. Which, I mean, is better for me, honestly, because I would still be working on one side of that circle right now. But nonetheless, I think this is going to turn out really, really nice, and I'm very happy with it. But I'm just going to run the rest of this prismarine here, and I'm going to keep you guys here because I actually enjoy this process. And letting you guys know that that lately your guys' support has meant an absolute ton to me. More than usual, actually, because although the numbers don't reflect it, I've enjoyed what I'm doing here more and more. And it's really interesting how the more I enjoy my content, the less people see it, which is fine because I do this for a hobby. But it's interesting how much I just like doing this for you guys, and I really appreciate you guys being here. It means a ton to me that you guys are here and you guys are enjoying it, and that my content, even though it is sometimes crazy, it's raining, it's at least somewhat entertaining. So I thank you all for being here. It means a lot to me. And yeah, that's kind of the end of my soapbox. We've got just enough dark prismarine for one more pattern by the looks of things. Actually, not. We can get part of the way through one other. There's that. I think that looks really, really good. And I'm thinking I'm gonna have to incorporate some sort of light here at some point. Why does this not seem right? So this will go alternate. It'll go that. Yeah. All right. So it's actually right. All right. I gotta incorporate light into this somehow, and I'm thinking sea lanterns. That'll make this base even more expensive, but I'm thinking sea lanterns will work the best for this base, especially with what I'm doing right here with the this pattern, but I don't know how to incorporate them, and I don't have very many sea lanterns. Where's my rockets? Let's go see how many. Let's go see how many. Where are my firework rockets? Let's go see how many sea lanterns I actually have, real quick. And let's go see if there's any chance that we could maybe incorporate a couple of them into the build. Because I think that it'll look really good. Having some sea lanterns in there, because it just fits the dark prismarine aesthetic, and it also gives a pop of brightness to a build that's looking ever increasingly dark. It'll be really good to have some sort of light there. So let's see about the lanterns real quick. And I don't know how many I have. I know I've got some, and there's somewhere in the storage system. Here they are, 27. That's a decent amount. Yeah, that's good. That's enough to at least experiment with. And maybe we go... Now, I want this to be really, really light. That's just what I want. I want it to be light. I want it to feel like there's space. Which means that I'm going to be using more than I have to in this build. But I also think that it would be necessary to have a bunch of them anyways, because what I want to do on these walls is hopefully it'll be mostly glass, so it feels like it's open aired. So having this light will also make it feel more open, and I completely missed that platform again. I seem to be doing that often. But if we do... Whoa! Fell down. If we do it on every 4 rows, would that look good? And that probably makes no sense without me showing you, because my brain works weird. But if we start... It would have to be on the end. How do I want to do this? So we've got this pattern, and then this pattern, and then this pattern, and then this pattern. Unless... I don't know. How do I want to do this? I need light. That's just a given. What if it's like this? No, that's too complicated. I don't want it to be... I don't want this to seem like a complicated build. It's alternating right now, and I like it. Well, first of all, this automatically can be a sea lantern. There. That's just a given. That'll be a sea lantern. And then from here, how far do I want to go? I really should probably incorporate the light into the build somehow. What if it is the center of each one of these? So if it's the center of each one of where the glass is the center, it's a sea lantern every time. This will make it very light, but it'll make it look really good as well. If I do that and that, and then it would be this here. Oh, nope. I just took that out. And then it'd be that. Here it would be... No. Wait. No. Yeah, that was right. I messed that up. No, wait. I just repeated the same pattern I repeated. So it goes Prismarine X, Prismarine X, Prismarine X. Oh, I really messed this one up. This last one I really messed up. Let's go pick up all these materials because I'll need them. Oh, ouch. That was unwise to just fall like that. All right, let's try this again. But I'm thinking already by looking at it from the underside as I was going up, I think that looks good. Ouch. So this is the Prismarine X, so then it alternates. So it would be light blue, dark Prismarine, and then light blue, dark Prismarine, light blue. Oh, I see. It's not 3 every time, is it? It goes 1, 2, 3. How did I mess this up? Oh, this is one down too far. That's what happened. Let's go collect all these items again and keep falling to our demise because I can't use Minecraft controls properly. Alright, now I've got to go back and get my rockets again to fly. No, let's not get the rockets. Let's just do this. It'll be faster. And I'll show you what I mean by it's too low. I've been going at the edge of each of the concrete to start the next level, and I didn't do that, which was messing up the pattern. But if we do this, and if we start it at the actual top of the design, like I was supposed to, and do light blue, there we go, tick, prismarine, prismarine, so then this would be light blue, prismarine, and then prismarine and the light blue glass, and then the center here would be the sea lantern. Alright, that looks better, and that immediately makes this design, I think, look 10 times better. I like that a lot. I like that. I like this design a lot. Alright, I think I've actually settled on what I want to do for this bowl shape. The only problem is this is going to be ridiculously expensive, and I don't have that time on me. At the moment, I don't have that time, and I don't have those resources. But I really like this. I really like this a lot. It'll be light, like even in the dark. It's nighttime, and really, I've been so concentrated on this I haven't noticed. But let's just pull this up. The lowest the light level ever gets is 9, which is really, really light compared to other things. So I think that this will work out really well. Let's do a flyby. Real quick, just to see how it looks from the air, but I think this is gonna look good. So if I do this and then spin around, oh yeah, that'll look good. That'll look good. I'm really pleased with that. I'm really, really pleased with that. And now the problem is I got to do that a ton more. Oh, falling down. Oh, that's not what I want to do. I just wasted a bunch of rockets. I mean, but even from underneath, I think that looks really good. Oh, all angles, this looks good. I can see no reason why this wouldn't look good. Alright, well, I'm very pleased with that. I think that's been a very big success. Now I need to gather resources to get all this done, but I think that looks really, really good, and I'm very pleased with that. Let's dump stuff off, and then I'm going to do what I always need to do, is check my recording time to see how much time we actually have left in today's episode to see if we can do anything else. There's the bucket I was looking for. It was sitting there right in my inventory. And we'll see if we actually have any more time left today to do anything else. As usual, I never know how long I've been recording, so I've got to check my time, and we'll see if we should continue getting resources for this pattern. Well, as you probably guessed by the length of today's episode, I am actually out of time, unfortunately. We did do quite a bit of progress today. We got the square done on the top, and that took longer, honestly, than the pattern. But we've also got a good pattern designed for the bottom of this, I don't even know if I should call it a bowl anymore, but the bottom of this little section of the base. I'm just going to finish this off just so I could, for my brain. But I'm really happy with what's happening with the base. It is looking better and better each and every day, which is really exciting for me. I'm really happy with it, especially since if I would have started like this on the other base, it first of all would have been a whole lot bigger, but it also would look a whole lot better. And I wouldn't have had to redesign it several times. But I'm really, really happy with this progress. Although I'll probably have to do some edits on it. I think it'll look really, really good. But as always, that is for another episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. It means a ton. Your support is more appreciated each and every day, and I love it. So thank you guys so much. And until next time, as always, God bless. We'll see you later, and take care. Thank you.